Imagine being caged from the moment you are born until the day you die. Imagine no sunlight and no freedom. Imagine being force-fed food and supplements just to be harvested. This is a reality many of our animals face. When you purchase meat or go out to eat, do you take the time to research what you're eating and from where? You should consider alternative diets or food sources because you may be purchasing from factory farms. But what are factory farms and why are they harmful? The Institute for Environmental Research and Education reveals that about 80 billion animals are killed in a year in factory farms, and that's not including aquatic animals. Unlike regular farms, where animals are able to interact and roam freely, factory farms confine these animals into confined warehouses. The idea of factory farms is to maximize profit, and in order to do this, they breed the animals as much as possible. And to breed the animals, they will actually give them supplements to speed up their hormones and growing process. So as you can see here, these pigs are in these little cages. There's no room to move around, no room to play, and there's no sunlight and not much oxygen coming through. In these farms, animals have been found to form deformities like stunted legs, missing limbs, heart conditions, and more. One of the reasons for factory farms is, of course, capitalism. With America's obesity problem and supply and demand, only more animals will be forced into these environments and be killed. However, the meat that you may be eating may not be meat. According to Locations Cloud, there are around 14,000 McDonald's in the United States, and that's only one fast food chain. So where are they getting their meat from and when? This leads me to my next point. Factory farms are not only dangerous for animals, but also for us. According to the environmental impact of animal farming, factory farms account for over 80% of greenhouse gases emitted. In case you didn't know, greenhouse gases are one of the leading causes of global warming. So as you can see here, greenhouse gases make the earth act as like an oven. It's trapping more heat into our atmosphere. But global warming isn't our only issue. Researcher Jordan O'Hampton and his colleagues found that confinement led to infectious disease outbreaks. However, this isn't new. We've always known that vulnerability leads to infections and diseases. So why are we making the same mistakes today? So what are possible solutions? First, I would encourage you to look into alternative diets. According to the U.S. News, the number one recommended diet is a Mediterranean diet. This diet focuses on eating plants and fish with limited amounts of red meat and poultry. So in other words, even your own dietitian wouldn't recommend heavy meat diets. To give some perspective, I have been a pescatarian for 5 years. At the age of 14, I decided one day I didn't want to eat meat. However, not everyone can make that choice. I understand that not all diets are suitable for everyone. And in some rare cases, some people need to eat more red meat than vegetables. And in those cases, I would still encourage those people to look into buying from ethical sources. However, I also understand that ethically sourced produce is more expensive. But that doesn't mean you still can't make a difference. You can still help the animals and us by sharing posts on social media, going to protests, and doing volunteer work. In conclusion, you should take into consideration what you're eating and from where, because factory farms are dangerous for us, animals, and the environment. This isn't me persuading you to go vegan, but to start caring about our planet. Thank you.